So once again, welcome back to the Holistic Astrology channel. And today I'm making a video on Mercury Retrograde. Now, as we all know that Mercury is going retrograde this year again in 2016. Well, this is a natural phenomena which happens every year. Mercury goes retrograde in different signs quite a few times in a year. So there's nothing like it is happening first time. No, it happens every year. And it is one of the hottest topic being discussed every year, throughout the year. You'll see a lot of blogs and articles on the Mercury retrogradation. So it's been like always on the fire. Now, Mercury retrogradation is commonly considered not good as it affects our communicative abilities. And most among us are scared of Mercury retrogradation. But let me tell you one thing. Anything which happens in the universe is for our progress, for our happiness. There is a secret behind this Mercury retrogradation. I'm going to reveal this secret today. I'm going to give you that secret code which when you unlock, you will find a different perspective of Mercury retrogradation. Your way of looking at Mercury retrograde will change. Yes, it's not as bad what we consider. So watch, I'm gonna reveal that secret to you. But before I reveal this secret, let's understand what the Mercury is. We need to understand about the Mercury. Now, Mercury is a planet which is very close to the Sun, and it is being taking care of our all communicative things around us, like all the sources from which we get the information, we deliver the information. I mean, it's give and take of information. It's like presentations, seminars, books, reading the books, writing the books, newspaper, these kind of things. Our vocal organs, these are controlled by Mercury. Phones, phone accessories, tablets, computers, softwares, wherever the data is involved, where the exchange of information is involved, the Mercury is there. And from the holistic point of view, since my channel is about the holistic thing, so I would discuss the holistic point also, that from holistic point of view, the Mercury is Vata Karka. Vata Karka means airy in nature. Okay, so airy in nature means that Mercury has airy nature, which means that communication is in the air. Communication is moving like the fast air. That means information is coming faster. Now, what exactly happens during the retrogradation? Well, retrogradation means that a planet is moving backwards. That's a term we use, but it's not really true. Technically, we cannot say the planet is moving backwards. It cannot go backwards. It just slows down or comes closer to the Earth. Okay. Now, Mercury is a fast-moving planet, and it's very close to the Sun. It takes a lesser time than the Earth to complete the whole round of the Sun. Okay. So what happens is when it comes closer to the Earth, it takes more time to cover up that area. And we feel the presence of Mercury for longer time than its usual visit. You can understand this concept by a very simple example. I'm going to tell you. Suppose you're in a train which is driving at 100 miles an hour. And there's another train right next to you is going at 50 miles an hour. So when you look at the other train through the window, you will feel like that train is moving backwards. But actually it is not. That train is also going in the same direction but at the slower speed. So that concept is being applied here with the Mercury retrogradation. Mercury is going straight in its own orb with its own speed, but it slows down but not backwards. That's what's happening here. So the more time the Mercury spends closer to the Earth, it impacts our lives more and more. Mercury spins at its own axis very fast, and as I told you from holistic point of view that Mercury is Vata Karka, that means air. So Mercury throws a lot of information on us. It showers the information on us in large amounts because it is staying there for more time. So we take the more information from the Mercury. We get more data from all the directions. For example, if you are working on a presentation and before going Mercury retrograde, you would feel like, okay, I'm done with the presentation. I believe it's ready to present. But as soon as the Mercury goes retrograde, you will start feeling like, wow, I remember that point. I never added to my presentation. Let me add that point. That seems like important. And when you add that point into your presentation, suddenly you get another point. And after some time, you will see like 10-15 points more coming from somewhere, and you will surprise, wow, what's going on? How come I didn't think about this point before? So I gotta redo that presentation now. I have to make it from a new side with a new flavor. That's what happens when Mercury goes retrograde. Now, what is happening here at this time with this guy who just realized a lot of points for the presentation which were missing before? Actually, Mercury here is giving you a lot of information to make your project, to make your presentation much better, much more appealing. Why not we think from this point of view? But at this particular moment, most among us gets confused that either we should take that information or refuse it or reject it. Either they are doing it right or either they are doing it wrong. Most among us get confused and we leave the project or just surrender it. Oh, I cannot do it. Let the other guy take over and do it. And then we start blaming the Mercury. We start blaming the Mercury retrogression. But hey, come on, my friends. Mercury is not doing anything bad to you. It's just giving you some extra information to make your presentation, to make your works, to make your contract papers, to make your lease papers much better and clarified. Let me tell you one more thing, my friends. Don't get confused. Just relax. Relax your mind and try these simple, powerful techniques which I'm going to reveal to you right now. Because with these techniques, you can take the opportunity out of this Mercury retrogression. Okay? Because Mercury retrogression time period wants to give you a lot of information in limited period of time. Because usually Mercury goes retrograde for 3 weeks or 3.5 weeks, something like that. So that particular time period is a golden time period for you. You can use it, you can utilize it for your progress. That's what the Mercury wants to give you. So try these simple techniques. I'm going to tell you how to make your projects, to make your life nice and smooth. Now try these simple techniques. The first one is take a piece of paper and a clipboard, stick that paper on the clipboard and give a heading. Pending tasks or pending works. And sit down for 5 minutes, focus on your mind and start writing number wise. Number 1, say you have to go to see a doctor. Number 2, you have to go out for doing different works. Number 3, you have to do this. Number 4, you have to fix that. So you start making a list of what you have to do, which you haven't finished yet. And then every morning when you wake up, do the first thing, go through that list. And whatever you have done, whatever the task you have completed, put a line over it. And appreciate yourself. Tell yourself, hey, Good. You did a good job. Let me tell you, my friends, this technique seems to be very simple, but it can do wonders. Each and every successful person I have ever met, I have met many successful businessmen. I have seen many successful company CEOs. Most of them are following this technique because they know what they are doing and what they are supposed to do. So they do not get distracted from their work. If you find anything more, just put it on the pending list and keep putting the line on whatever you have done, whatever you have completed. This way, when you are done with like 10 things out of 20 things, you will be surprised. Wow, I really did all those tasks which I was trying from months to do, and I wasn't being able to do that. That's the beauty of this technique. Second point is, whenever you talk to somebody, whenever you're listening to somebody, keep a piece of paper and pen always handy, or if you cannot do at that time, just keep in your mind, and whenever you get a chance, just pen it down on a piece of paper or on a diary. After a few days, when you sit down and you go through that diary, to go through that pages, you will be surprised. Wow, a lot of information. Because if you do not note it down, you will forget it. Because Mercury is showering a lot of information on you. If you cannot absorb everything, at least you can write it down. That's the key of success. Note down the information which can help you to take the right action in the future. Okay. The third thing is, especially during the Mercury retrogression period, double check your schedule, double check the appointments. Why am I saying like that? Because if you are ready for the Mercury retrogression, if you are double checking, but the same thing is happening with the other people too. So you gotta look on the both sides. That yes, if you are doing good on your side, if you are looking back on your side, if you are rescheduling your things, if you are rechecking your appointments, then are they doing it too? So just to make sure that you are going on the right track, you gotta do this. Now the fourth point is very most important point. That is the holistic point of view of this Mercury retrogression, is the breathing exercises. Yes, it has been proved that if we control our breath, if we regulate our breathing, we can do miracles. We can do a lot of wonderful things. So breathing is always good. We all breathe. We know that. Breathing is one of the most important things which we all do. Without it, there is no life. But what if we control that breathing? How we manipulate the thing to get the best results? It is very easy technique I'm going to tell you. That is Nadi Shodhan. Nadi Shodhan means Nadi and Shodhana. It is two words. Nadi means nerves and Shodhana means purification. I have discussed this technique in my other videos also of chakras video. If you want to check it, go back in my chakra videos. You can also watch those and you'll get a lot of information about it. Now here's the thing. Nadi Shodhana is a wonderful technique which can make you very, very much confident, calm mind and focused mind. Now how to do that? Very simple. Usually it is being performed when you sit on the floor on a piece of blanket or piece of a mat, soft mat, and then your spine is straight. Now what you have to do is, you have to use your thumb and a finger. Put your thumb on a right nostril, close it, and start breathing from the left nose, slowly. Don't just push the air fast, just easy. And then fill your belly and lift your chest up. And then close the left nostril with the finger like this. And release the thumb. Now you are closing the left nostril and releasing the right nostril. Now let the air come out of the right nose. Slowly. And then start again pulling the air in from the right nose. And then close it with the thumb. And then release the finger from the left nose. Let the air pass out. And again pull the air in from the left nose, and so on. You can do it quite few times. And let me tell you one thing. After doing this Nadi Shodhan technique, you will be surprised that your mind suddenly got focused. It is so powerful technique and very easy. One more thing, in my own experience, I have realized, even if you are sitting on a chair, you can do that. For all my friends who work long hours in the offices, they don't have time to sit down on a floor in the office or doesn't look nice. You can still do it on your chair. All you need to do is just sit down straight on the chair and do the technique. It works everywhere in any condition. Your mind will suddenly become focused and will be ready to absorb a lot of information. So what happens is, when we do Nadi Shodhana, we do the purification thing, the blockages of Ida and Pingala Nadis open. Communication start flowing smoothly. The data of communication start moving smoothly because Mercury is also the nerve impulses. Okay? And you will see that your soul and your mind is coming on a balance. Okay, soul is sun and mind is moon. So as the nadis. The Pingala Nadi is sun, which is heart, and Ida Nadi is moon, which is mild, cold. So doing Nadi Shodhan from both nose will balance both. And here is the real secret, that when your soul and mind is balanced, you can do anything without confusion, without any fear, because your soul is steady and mind is strong enough to take the action. So now you understanding the depth of this Nadi Shodhana technique. Now another technique which you can use is chanting with humming. I would prefer to chant Om or hum, because hum, H-M hum, is the mantra for, Bij mantra for Vishuddhi Chakra. Vishuddhi Chakra is right in our throat, which is controlled by Mercury. So when you sit down on the floor on a piece of a soft mat, let your perineum part touch the ground so you can earth your energies. Or even if you are standing, you can do it. Just pull the air out. Empty your belly with the air as much as you can. And then start taking the air in your body through the nose. Fill it in your belly and some in your chest, lung area. And then expand your chest. Okay? Don't push too much hard, just be relaxed. And then release the air with humming sound like this. Did you see what I did? I just pulled the air in, I breathe out, but with the humming noise of hum, or you can say Om. Om is the most powerful mantra in this whole universe. So what's happening here scientifically is, when you do this kind of chanting, your mind, your brain just listen to what you are giving to it. For some time, the connection of the brain from outside source of noises gets cut off, and suddenly the mind gets focused and balanced. So that is another way to balance your mind. In addition to that, chanting the mantra of Om with the humming sound, you can add mudras. Now mudra is a gesture which you make while doing yoga that strengthens your body with that planetary power. Now mudras are a different kind, but here which I am discussing is one of those, which is the Mercury mudra. Did you see my hand and my thumb? You have to take this thumb and put it right here to the last finger, because last finger is of Mercury, this finger. So take the thumb and put it right over here. Now that's the Mercury mudra, Buddh mudra. This mudra is a strengthening mode of Mercury. So while chanting, you can use this. Okay, if you feel like your Mercury is too much hyperactive, okay, then you can use a diminishing mode, which is like this. Okay, you have to suppress the Mercury for some time with this thumb, or if you want to balance it, then you have to just touch the thumb and the small finger like this. Okay, like this. So these are the three ways: strengthening mode, balancing mode, and diminishing mode. But I would rather suggest you to go for the balancing mode. This way you don't have to worry about the hypersensitivity and the lower sensitivity about the Mercury. Or you should consult some good yogic practitioner who can tell you that really your Mercury is hyper or not hyper enough, or you just need to balance it. So you can try this mudra. That will be very helpful while doing this and chanting mantra. Now last but not the least, I'm going to tell you the time period when the Mercury is going retrograde. So just pen it down on a piece of paper. As I told you, one of the techniques, you can write it down on one of your diaries on a piece of paper, so you can in the future, you can when you go through it, you can remember that what you really have to do. So Mercury is going right now retrograde, which has been started from January 5th. It's gonna end on January 25, 2016 in Capricorn sign. So what's going to happen is the Mercury will start from Capricorn, it will go into a Sagittarius sign, and then will get direct and will start coming back towards the Capricorn sign. Okay, and the next retrogression will be from April 28th, 2016 to May 22nd, 2016. That's the time period for Mercury when the Mercury will be retrograde in the Aries sign. The next Mercury retrogression will be from August 30, 2016 to September 22nd, 2016. During this time period, the Mercury will go retrograde from Virgo to Leo, and then when it will become direct, it will start again from Leo and will enter back into the Virgo. And the last retrogression will happen on December 19th to January 8, 2017. And during this time period, the Mercury will go retrograde in Sagittarius sign. So once again, thank you so much for watching this video. And I want to say thank you to all my viewers and my friends who are watching this video. And there's a request again, I would say, please don't be scared of this Mercury retrogression. Instead, now you're smart enough to take the opportunity out of the Mercury retrograde. I know you guys gonna do it. So friends, no more worries, no more scare of Mercury retrogression. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Holistic Astrology channel. Tell your friends and family members to join the channel for the regular updates. And also you can join my page on the Facebook, Holistic Astrology channel. Till then, take care for yourself. See you next time.